Hello, Professor and fellow classmates. This is my Session 3 informative speech. This is my audience, my roommate, Chrissy. I chose to do my informative speech on child abuse. My general goal is to inform you, my audience, about children who are in danger in the United States. My specific goal is to show my audience how they can intervene if they suspect child abuse, as well as help a child to find freedom from the abuse. Child abuse affects children from all walks of life. Child abuse victims come from all economic and social backgrounds. You may actually know a child who's being abused today. The truth is that many of us live, work, and go to church and even school with children who are being abused by a caregiver or a parent. You may have even given thought to how to help this particular child, but did not want to get caught in the middle or appear to be a nosy neighbor or even a judgmental friend. I want you to know that you are not alone in this frame of thinking. Helping the child is a multi-step process. To help a child abuse victim, you first need to establish the facts to identify the problem. Reporting child abuse can help remove the child from a dangerous situation. And you may also contact the child abuse hotline for assistance, advice, and for support. It is important for everyone to know the signs of child abuse and how to report it. We all share a responsibility to help keep children safe as we take steps to prevent child abuse from occurring in the first place. I myself am a victim of child abuse. I also have most recently dealt with a situation in which two children, a sister and a brother, were victims of gross neglect, and me and my family intervened on their behalf, and we housed the children for 3 months until the mother could work out arrangements for appropriate care for them and work through the process with the Department of Children and Families. I am now, and have for almost 4 years, been instrumental in bringing change to the lives of many children who are victims of abuse, and my main focus on my degree here at CCU will be to work with troubled youth in the future. Child abuse affects children from all walks of life. Child abuse victims come from all economic and social backgrounds. Identifying the abuse is half the challenge. Abuse can take several forms and can include the most commonly known, which is sexual abuse. There is also emotional abuse, neglect, and physical abuse. And make no mistakes about it. Each of these forms of abuse come with serious effects on a child's emotional development. It's estimated 686,000 children, or 1 in every 100 children in the United States, were abused in 2012, as reported in an article done by Vincent Antonelli, MD. He is the pediatrics expert who wrote the article for an online site called abouthealth.com. No group of children is immune from being a victim of abuse or neglect. Though girls are more often the victims of sexual abuse than boys, for all other types of abuse and neglect, statistics are about equal for boys and for girls. Average of 5 children die every day as a result of child abuse and neglect. Myth number 1, only bad people abuse their children. While it's easy to say that only bad people abuse their children, it's not always so black and white. Not all abusers are intentionally harming their children. Many have been victims of abuse themselves and don't know any other way to parent. Others may be struggling with mental health issues or substance abuse. If a typically outgoing and happy child suddenly becomes withdrawn, shy, or generally mistrusting of adults, this can be a warning sign. Most reports of child abuse tend to come in from those who are closest to the child or children, which are teachers, counselors, therapists, but many reports come from non-professionals as well, which are children's immediate relatives, neighbors, and friends. Those people account for 18% of the reports. I encourage you to know the risk factors today. Those can be alcohol and drug abuse, domestic violence, lack of support, unemployment, lack of parenting skills, and untreated mental illness. Child abuse is not a new problem, and there is no easy fix. The biblical reference to support this fact today is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 4, which states, "Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and the instruction of the Lord. So how can you help a victim today? There are many ways, in fact, that you can be a blessing in a child's life. Raise awareness of child abuse in your community. Wear a blue ribbon. April is the month of child abuse awareness. So by wearing that blue ribbon, you're raising awareness in your community about the abuse of children. If a child should talk to you about being abused themselves, listen carefully and tell the child that you're going to report their abuse so that it can be stopped. If you are a professional in the field of police work, teaching, coaching, therapy, or counseling, look for the immediate signs of abuse. You're not being nosy. You are being a loving and caring citizen of not only the world in which you live in, but the kingdom of heaven as well. In conclusion, I want to encourage you to not be discouraged. Child abuse affects children from all walks of life. Child abuse victims come from all economic and social backgrounds, and there is no one fix that can help a child abuse victim, and it will take effort on your part. Child abuse is a difficult subject that can be hard to accept and even harder to talk about. However, you too can make the world of difference to a child in your community if you will take the time to know the symptoms of child abuse and go a step further by intervening. Even if it is something as simple as picking up your telephone and dialing your local child protection service office. To do nothing is simply falling short of the glory of God. We all need to do our part to ensure the safety of a child. Thank you for listening to my speech today, and have a blessed and happy day. Bye.